On average, we spend about 26 years of our life asleep. That's a lot of time. So, is it possible to reclaim some of those years learning a new language? Well, it's complicated. Hello, my name is Christopher, and in today's video, we're taking on one of the most popular questions among new language learners. Can you do it whilst asleep? In fact, if you type in any major language on YouTube, the third search result is usually about doing just that. There are tons of videos out there, some with millions of views. Surely there's something to it, right? Well, not exactly. You see, most of what these videos entail is hours upon hours of introductory phrases, both in English and the target language, assuming that your brain will unconsciously make the connection overnight and you'll wake up having internalized them through a sort of magical osmosis. It's about the most passive approach to language learning imaginable. Unfortunately, it's not so straightforward, and despite the view count, most in the comment section seem to sense that, joking, quote, "Sleep learning doesn't work. I slept through 3 years of Spanish class in school and I still can't speak it." Or, quote, "I've been sleeping for 1 month watching this video, and one day in the store where I work, someone who spoke Spanish came in and I fell asleep." However, I say it's complicated because there is some evidence in support of the technique within a very controlled environment. A 2014 Swiss study found that when participants were re-exposed to foreign words during the first few hours of rest, their memory of them improved. This of course means they had already encountered the vocabulary earlier in the day, a key factor. And this finding aligns with previous research about non-REM shortwave sleep. Here's the thing, although you are, ideally, asleep during the night, your brain is very active and hard at work. It takes little time off processing all the new information from throughout the day, and dozens of studies for decades can attest to sleep's benefit on learning and memory, not to mention myriad other improvements for your body, including extending your health span. A couple years ago, I had to learn a set of challenging vocabulary words each week for English class, but I knew that so long as I had at least one night before the exam, I could commit them to memory. I would first study them with flashcards, then sleep on the material. The next morning, I would get on the bus for school with complete definitions running through my head. And by playing those long tracks throughout the night, you are likely disturbing your sleep patterns and doing more harm than good, assuming you can somehow fall asleep with a video playing. I know I couldn't. My recommendation for learning new phrases or vocabulary is that you spend at least 15 minutes studying them before bed and see what you can recall in the morning. The last thing I want to mention comes from a video that Steve Kaufmann made about this topic. Language learning really should be a fun and exciting process. I want to be actively engaged when studying a foreign language, diving into a different culture and connecting with new people. And you just can't do any of that whilst asleep, except I suppose through dreaming. In conclusion, you can learn a language in your sleep insofar as sleep is an essential component for learning a new skill. But it's not an effective method for learning lots of new words, and even if it were, that alone wouldn't lead to proficiency. So, ignore the gimmicks, spend time taking in some quality comprehensible input, and then get a good night's rest. That's the way to go. Alright, that's all for today. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and let me know in the comment section what you think of this perspective. Have you ever tried one of these sleep learning videos? How did it go? And what would you like for me to discuss next? Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.